Astronaut and hero John Glenn has passed away today at the ripe old age of 95. Condolences to his family. He'll well be remembered by Americans and people around the world for being the first to circle the globe. He wanted to go to the moon, didn't make that happen, but he was one of the first astronauts and the first to circle the globe. He then went on to a career in politics. After he retired from the space program in 64, apparently he had dinner with Robert Kennedy, who said, you really ought to go into politics. He ran in 70 and lost to Howard Metzenbaum in the Senate race in Ohio, but then won in 74. And of course ran for president in 84. I well remember him in that campaign. So folks, he's just died today, and I think he should certainly be remembered as a great American and a hero, and someone who served his country in war doesn't get as much attention, and in the space program. But he does bring up a very important point when it comes to public speaking. If you look, just as I would have predicted, if you look at his obituary in the New York Times today, it's right there. He's called a wooden speaker. He was, in fact, known as a very poor speaker, boring, flat, monotone throughout his career. And it just goes to show you, you can be a hero of world renown, you can be famous, you can have near universal name ID. That gets people to pay attention to you. It gets people to listen to you. But if, when you speak in a boring, flat, wooden way, it's not going to help you. You're not really going to seal the deal. Many certainly thought he would win his first campaign in 1970, but he lost to someone who was a better local politician, Howard Metzenbaum. And then when he ran in 1984, many thought his hero status would clear the field and he would rise to the top. In fact, every time people saw him speak, he typically lost votes. Not because people didn't think he was a good man or an honest public servant or had served as an admirable senator, but he just couldn't get people to pay attention. He couldn't get people interested because his speaking style was so wooden. It's a shame because it is a skill that anyone can improve on. And unfortunately, like a lot of people in public life, his skills got to one level and they plateaued. He never really improved as a public speaker. The real lesson there for you, even if you have fame, even if you have people willing to listen to you, you've got to take every opportunity and make the most of it and make sure you speak in an engaged way, a way that's authentic to you, but in a way that's interesting and memorable. Without that, it doesn't really matter how famous you are or how much of a hero you are. All in all, John Glenn, great career, great life. Your country respects you and you will be missed.